Hey everyone, it's Jenny Garcia from earthyscrap.blogspot.com and earthyscrap on Facebook, and in this video I'm gonna share a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout using the Dream Big collection from Pretty Little Studio, and it was designed by Claudia. I'm not gonna butcher her last name, but Claudia is super talented, and I was so excited when Pretty Little Studio started printing her lines because I'm not one to buy digital lines to print at home because I use a lot of ink. But I really love the colors, and I don't know what Melissa does when she prints. The colors turn out so beautiful and so bright, and I'm sharing the die cut packs, journaling cards. These are frames. There are also a few cutouts, which are really good alternatives because they are really inexpensive, but they're really pretty, and you also can use them in your planners. And I love little word stickers, so I always buy them whenever I buy a line. And I just put everything from the collection in one basket so I can use it in this layout. These are the cutouts, and I love the arrow stickers. I love them. And on the background I use the iSync from Clear Snap, and they are just ink in a little bottle, and they're really concentrated, so I just put a few drops and I drag a piece of cardboard. I didn't do it on camera because I wasn't planning to make a video. I did it the night before and let it dry overnight, but they dry pretty fast. And I'm gonna glue this, I believe it's Just Nick die cut to the background. I know it's a lot of white, but I really like white backgrounds. And I'm just gonna stamp this Amy Tangerine circle using waffle flower ink. I was planning to do a lot more, but once I saw it, I thought that was enough. And I used my silhouette to cut these clouds using the papers from Dream Big. And I'm using the Tumbo foam tape to give dimension to my photo and my die cuts. And I'm using the Tumbo mini power glue tape to glue the photos and parts that are going to be close to the photo so they don't move. And I love these patterns and the colors, and I try to mimic the brush strokes or color splashes in the background. And these are little squares that come in one of the papers. These papers are 8 by 8. That's the biggest size Pretty Little Studio is printing up right now, but some people have asked for bigger sizes, and Melissa has considered that, so maybe in the future you'll get bigger papers. And I'm just using scraps from papers to frame the paper, to frame the white cardstock around. And I wanted to make it really random. I don't want to put anything too close to the photo because then I'm going to cover the ink, and I want that to be really important. And I'm just cutting randomly. I'm not measuring. I'm not making sure that it's really straight. I'm just putting it randomly, and I'm also using some vellum tape from the Dream Big collection. I was planning to use this Here Comes the Sun clear, but the pink doesn't match exactly as the pink in the collection. It would work, but I don't know, that day I think I was feeling a little picky. And I just wanted to make sure that I didn't put colors that were too similar or close to each other. I wanted to distribute them well. And that's what I'm doing right now, moving the layout and adding things to the corner. And I use a lot of yellow. I didn't plan that because I was going to do the background in yellow, but then I kept pulling things and her shirt is yellow, so I thought that it will look nice. And a few of the little stripes that I made for the border, I use a punch from Fiskars, and that is washi from Freckle Fawn. And I'm out of the loop with making 12 by 12, so that's why I'm second guessing myself a lot, but I really enjoyed making this one. And I used the foam tape to pop off the little squares, but first I need to cut out the excess of the paper I glue around the cardstock. And I'm gonna glue that waffle flower die cut to the corner. I don't like to die cut a lot with my machine. I don't mind the big shot, but with my silhouette I cut a bunch of things so I can use later. And that 4 is an really old Pretty Little Studio cut file that had numbers, so I erased the wood grain pattern that it had, and then I used yellow paper. And for the really delicate cut files, I used the Jumbo Mono Aqua liquid glue. And I was gonna write happy using those alphas, but they were gonna cover a little bit of the die cut and the yellow, so I decided against it. And I also sprinkle this teal Tattered Angels mist, and I'm gonna show later the packaging, and I'm gonna link below if I find them. I know at least one of them has to be in scrapbook.com. All the links that I'm gonna add below are affiliate links, but they help me out. They help me out with so I can make a few more of these little videos. And I'm gonna be using this little ruler. That's not really a ruler, but it's from the Tombofu de Nosuke calligraphy pens. And I'm just gonna write happy using these Freckle Fawn Puffy Script Alpha stickers. And I'm just gonna write happy 4. And I love Pretty Little Studio die cut packs. They're really cool. So I'm gonna be adding a few things extra. And I'm gonna use the 3D foam tabs to put that word darling on top of the photo because I felt like it needed something there. And that foam, and those foam tabs have a little very small size that it's really good for intricate die cuts like that. I lost the dots, so I'm just going to use one of the little flowers that come in that package. And I'm going to be using Freckle Fawn. These are pearls to put in the middle of the flowers. And I think this die cut pack has a lot of phrases that would go well with the layout, so I just glued them all using the Mono Aqua liquid glues, and it's a small surface. If a little glue peeks out from behind the paper, you're not gonna notice it once it's dry. And I was planning to use sequins, but I didn't want to make my layout way too busy, which is weird because busy is my jam. And I love these arrows, so I'm gonna put a few of them. Lots of Pretty Little Studio collections have arrows, and I love them. and I added little flowers to each one of the squares. And I'm gonna add a pearl on top of each, in the middle of each. And this is the icing pigment that I use. It's Mimosa and it's from Clear Snap, and this is Glimmer Mist from Tattered Angels, and I use that to just sprinkle in my layout. And I have a lot of these. I should use them more. They just take a little time to dry, so that's why I didn't use them as often in my layout. But really hope you enjoyed this process video. That day was a little cloudy, so I'm not very happy with the fact that you can see a few of the details, but I'm going to share a few photos right now so you can see the details. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm JennieGarciaN on Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, and Pinterest, and I'm Earthy Scrap on Facebook, and my blog is earthyscrap.blogspot.com. If you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Have an amazing day. Bye.